Was Hitler a Christian? So this has actually come up a lot recently on social media for me, and I just searched, was Hitler and the first thing that pops up is a Christian. And so I wanted to do a video over because it's actually a very interesting topic. So I wanted to go over a little bit of his psychological profile. You can't diagnose someone posthumously, and so he never did that in person, and so he has never been officially diagnosed with anything. However, most professionals agree that he was a malignant narcissist. So this is a pathological narcissist displaying psychopathic tendencies. And this is often called the dark triad. And so obviously we have countless examples of him using people, using anything he could really to further himself while not caring about other people. And so this is essentially what he tried to do to the Christian church. And so I wanted to start off by saying this new type of Christianity that he made, he called positive Christianity. They deny any of the creeds. They denied faith in Christ as the Son of God. They deny the Bible as being true or having any Jewish roots. They believed that Jesus was a white, blonde hair, blue-eyed man, and he was, for this Nazism back then. And this new Christianity, Hans Carroll, the Reich minister for church affairs, said that the Fuhrer is the herald of a new revelation. So we see here him trying to take over this church and saying that he is the new revelation from God. And why did he do this? Because in the 1940s, 97% of people called themselves Christians, and only 1.5% of people were atheists. And so he tried to do anything he could to take over this church and make it something that was really a bastard religion that really has nothing to do with true Christianity. And it really was just dependent on the nation state of Germany being basically the Fuhrer is your new revelation from God, almost God himself. And so If you were to ask him, was he a Christian, he would have said yes. But we see obviously that he was not a Christian in the traditional idea of any church. He denied any Jewish roots, and in fact, he proclaimed that Jews killed Jesus, and so they are deserving of death. That was actually one of his reasons for wanting all the Jews dead in his mind, was that they killed Jesus. And so it's really just this ridiculous mix, and ultimately it actually did fail in Germany. This and 1937 is when it really became big, and it never went anywhere because he wasn't able to convince the evangelical church that it was true, or obviously the Catholic Church. He wanted to make this new Protestant church. Basically, he wanted to become the new Anglicanism in Germany, and it failed because it just was only dependent on him and what he wanted, and so most people saw that obviously it was just this cult following of hate. So no, he wasn't a Christian in any sense of the word, or any sense of definition that we would have for Christianity.